everyone, my name is Gail and welcome to my sunroom. Well, today in my sunroom I'm crocheting, and for those of you that have been following my channel since I started, you're probably familiar with this blanket that I'm holding in my hands right now. This is I think one of my first videos. I started with this blanket. It's a colorful blanket, crochet blanket with a lot of colors in it that I started for my daughter. Well, I am just about done with it. I'm on my last rows here. I'm going to put 2 rows of this red yarn around, and I'm on my first row right now. And then I'm going to add 1 row of this blue right here. And then I'm going to end it off with one of these purples. I'm just not sure which one yet. Purple's my daughter's favorite color, but I'm just going to do a single crochet around the edge for a little edging on it to just dress it up a little bit. And then I will be done with this blanket. It's been a long time. I've been working on it off and on since October. I'm ashamed to say. I would have had this thing done if I worked on it every day. But I've done a lot of other things in between working on this, and I knew it was a project that had a time limit on it, that I had to have it done in a certain amount of time, so I just worked on it as I could. But I'm glad to be this close to being done with it, and I know she's glad. She was at my house on Sunday for Mother's Day. She came and took me out for brunch, and so I showed it to her. And wasn't really sure about the last rows how I was going to do it. I did tell her that she knows that the colors on this very end here are going to be a little bit different than what's in the actual pattern. I've tried to get it so close to those colors in the pattern that she gave me to go by. I've tried to use all the same colors, and it's been a challenge to find some of the colors, so had to substitute a little bit, but not a lot. But this is not the video that I promised you last week. Last week I was working on the neckties. I was actually sorting through them and seeing what I had. And the story is I got them took apart. No problem. Got them took apart and washed them by hand. I just put them in my bathtub and run some water over them and just a little bit of my laundry detergent and let them sit for a bit, and then I rinsed them real good and I laid them out to dry, laid them on some towels flat to dry. So now all I've got to do is press them. But my problem was I think I told you in my last video that I needed a ruler, a certain kind of ruler, to cut my dressing plate if I decided to use that. Well, I rocked back and forth with the pattern that I was going to use. I was going to use a dressing plate pattern, and then I was just going to do 1 tie and each make it little sections and put 1 necktie in it. Well, I continued to watch videos and try to think in my mind what would be the best, and didn't want to order no ruler, didn't want to pay that much money for a ruler that I might just use one time. So I babysat last Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday, I didn't really do much Saturday. I kind of relaxed and I crocheted on this blanket Saturday. Sunday, of course, was Mother's Day, so I didn't work on anything out here in the sunroom. So yesterday I got up and was, boys, going to get out here and get started with it and get to going on it. And I had went, oh, and I don't have them over here with me, but I went and got my back end and the top part for my quilt and got the interfacing that I needed to stabilize the neckties and was ready to go. Got out here and I tried to draw me a template and I couldn't. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I'm going to do that dressing plate pattern with those neckties. Looking at all the patterns and trying to figure out, why not just do what I feel like I can probably do. Not what in my head, it's not what I really wanted to do, but anyway, I just let myself get too frustrated with trying to figure it out. And you know, I know better than that. I know that I shouldn't. You know, it'll come together just fine. So I ordered me a Dresden plate ruler. Had to have, it's like a 15-degree ruler. So I got that ordered yesterday from Amazon, and they're going to deliver it today. So I'm anxiously awaiting for that to come. So next week you will have a video on that necktie quilt that I've started. So I probably will have pretty much done on it by the time I record my video next week. It's now that I've decided how I'm going to do it, I'm really excited about it, and can't wait to get it started. I haven't ironed out my neckties yet. I've got them everything over there in the little bin together for it, but haven't really ironed them. I thought I'd wait and just iron them when I got ready to put the stabilizer on them. So I'm anxious to get going with it. It's the first one that I will have ever done. I'm not going to say I won't do another one because you never know, but I don't have any plans to do another one. I said that when I made a t-shirt quilt that I'd never do another one, and so far I have not done another one. That was a pretty hard job. Harder than, you know, it really wasn't as hard as I tried to make myself believe it was. Sometimes it's just the thought, something you've never done before, you're just a little bit intimidated in doing it. So, but I'm anxious to get going on it. Anxious to get this blanket finished. It's turning out really pretty. I'm very happy with it, and it's been nice putting all these colors in here. I like all the different colors anyway. My favorite color is pink, and I think my next favorite color would be green. Not all shades of green, but some shades of green. So it's been fun working on it, and it's taken me more time than I really wanted it to take me, and that's nobody's fault but mine. But she's going to be happy with it, and she's happy. That will make me happy. I like to give people things that are going to make them happy and that they're going to enjoy. So, crocheting, I think I told you, is one of my favorite hobbies. It's a good pastime. You can, when you crochet, you can sit, and I can sit out here and crochet. I can sit in there with the TV on, watching TV with my legs up and resting and relaxing, and it's a good relaxing hobby. And you know, if you have a pattern like this, it's easy, and you can about do it with your eyes closed if you've done it as much as I have. So I'm going to get this done, and I watched a video the other night. I watched a lady, the name of her channel is Creative Grandma, I think. And her grandson is on there with her, and her daughter too sometimes, but the majority of the time is her grandson. And she shows all different colors of yarn and different types of yarn, but she also buys yarn, and she makes swatches, and she'll show you how the different swatches will turn out with the yarn, the different patterns that you can use. And she also has patterns on there, Creative Grandma, of different things. Well, I watched one the other day, and it was called a Daisy Granny Square, I believe. I'm saying that right, Daisy Granny Square. So I just got the idea. I have got so much yarn. As you can see, all the colors in this thing. I have got so much yarn left over. And I was thinking that I might make another one of these blankets like this. But I think I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to just get me some white yarn and do that little Daisy Granny Square. And put those little squares together and make a blanket out of that. I've probably got enough yarn to where I could even make 2 of those. So I think that's going to be my next project as far as making a blanket. And I also want to do the corner to corner. I go to church with a lady. She does that pattern, and she gave me a copy of the pattern. It's called Corner to Corner. I've always wanted to try that pattern, and I've never tried it. So that's also something else I want to get done. And I have some yarn in there that I bought for a baby blanket. when our last little grandson was born back in November. I had was going to make him, I wanted to do his blanket a little bit different, and I knew the colors that his mom liked, and I had bought the yarn to do one, and actually I had bought it and then sent it to her, but she didn't really wanted kind of a different shade of blue. Anyway, I ended up doing it in a real pretty green, kind of not a mint green, but a really pretty, kind of a pastel green, but it was not a mint green. It's between a mint green and a sage green, you might say. Very pretty blanket that I made for him, and I was very pleased with it. But the yarn, blue yarn that I bought, I've not used it yet, and I thought I would try to do one of the corner to corner blankets with that. So I normally don't have many projects going at a time, as far as like if I'm going to crochet something, I'll work on it till it gets done. Now the little dishcloth, my nose is itching off. I'm sorry I keep rubbing it, but I don't know. I'm out here in my sunroom. Maybe this candle that I've got lit here, it's my favorite candle. It's lavender cedar wood. It's by Bath and Body. Now I'm not promoting anybody or anything. It's just, that's just one of my favorite candle scents, and just so happens Bath and Body makes it, and I like it really well. But as I was saying, I don't usually, now I will work on dishcloths off and on, but as far as like making a blanket, baby blanket, or a big throw for somebody, I'll usually just do one project at a time. I don't have 2 or 3 projects going and work on this one and work on that one. I don't normally do that. That's a possibility though when I start these little granny squares, these little daisy granny squares, because it'll take a while to do them, and I probably will. I might have a couple going with that, but as a rule, I don't. I just use usually do one project at a time. Same thing with quilting. I don't start a lot of quilting projects. Number one, I don't buy up that much supplies to do that. I've got a tote of scraps over there that I have accumulated just from making different things, but it's just scraps. So one day I'm probably just going to cut me out a bunch of squares with all those scraps and just sew them together. Not even think nothing about it, just sew them together. Big one way to use them up. And I do have a panel over there that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and I bought the backing for it that I've not put together yet. And I did buy that a long time ago, but I've not started on it yet. So like I said, I kind of just do one thing at a time. I get too overwhelmed if I have too much going on at one time. But I'm sitting out here today working on this, and I'm hoping, I know it'll be finished probably by the first of the week. It won't take me that long to go around now with these squares, like I said. So I'll have this done by next week or by this weekend. But I'll go ahead just as soon as I get that ruler in. Rest assured, I'll start on that those neckties probably tomorrow. I won't today, but I'll start on them tomorrow. And I'll try to video a little bit of what I'm doing and have it included in my next video, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But I'm going to stop now, I think, and I'm going to hold this up and kind of let you see what this looks like. It's big. I've not measured it. I really don't know how big it is, but it's fairly big. You stand up and I'll probably cut my head off, but you can see the blanket, how big it is, and where I'm going with it. And that right there, the blue, red is the very middle, and that red is what I'm working on now, and that blue I'm going to end off of that and then put a round of purple on it, since that's her favorite color. But I thank you for coming along with me today, and until I see you next week, take care.